Whether you're a mother or whether you're a mentor, it's actually the same thing. And at Honey, one of our prestigious business opportunities is that of being a mother team leader. Both mother team leader and mentor status are really important for us at Honey. It comes with a different responsibility. And the purpose of the session is to help you to show you a little bit of a perspective as to what phase your business and your butterflies business could be in. Because I believe if you understand the flow of business, it helps you to make different decisions and create opportunities that is better to go forward. My name is Koneru, and this is my Power Flow of Business for Mothers and Mentors, Level 1. The difference between Level 1 and Level 2. In Level 1, which is this session, I'm going to explain to you the power flow of business so that you can recognize yourself and your own business in it. The second level, Level 2, I will chat to you regarding your butterflies, your downlines, how to identify those people in their business and how to take them from one point to the other. I came across this session quite some time ago, and every time I read a book, read an article, view a YouTube video, I ask myself, what does it look like in the world of honey? Now, there are 6 stages in a business, and this is actually taught in business school for people that go and study for a degree. And I really found a lot of value inside of this. I do not see this training session as complete, but as complete as it is right now, because I do believe as our business evolve, the change in the power flow of business can slightly change, but I do believe that has got some solid grounds to really implement it in our business. Just to give you a very brief overview, you will start out in invisibility, which means you have just started this is all based on a team leader. So she is a team leader. She might be not completely invisible, but she's not really known yet to the rest of the market. Emerging phases usually when they grow. Then we hit chaos. What are we doing in chaos? That's usually when the turnover starts to grow faster than what they can handle the business. Normal operations, we are going to look at how to stabilize the chaos, then move into abundance, and then move into a power seat. Now, the challenge is a lot of our businesses get stuck in step 2 and 3, and they only go from emerging to chaos, and it's like a cyclone, and they are stuck in there. But before we go any further, I want us to just define some of the language so that we all understand what it is that we are aiming for in the language that we use. When I talk about a honey huddle, this is a face-to-face meeting with honeys, and the idea is to inspire and to train and to teach each other. This would very often be 3, 4, 5 people together. I very often call this my table of 7 or table of 10, all depending on which area I work in. But the idea here is to work in a small group where everybody has got a chance to contribute to the conversation. So this is not a major conference style or a big meeting style. This is where everybody can actually speak up. Then you get your mentor one-on-one. These are structured meetings with the focus on analyzed growth, using portals, planned growth through focused activities, planning documents. This very often really actually takes place between the mother team leader or the mentor and then the mentee one-on-ones, because every one of these sessions will be focused completely on that single person. Then we look at our business operating procedures. These would be our fixed structures that we use to ensure services to our delivery, to ensure service delivery to our sales consultant. And then I talk a lot about the concept of show, don't tell. Instead of just training and teaching people how to do it, we are going to go into a role play. So let's talk about invisibility. Step number 1. This is the main focus for the individual here is to sell and serve. It's all you do because you're busy building up your business. You're busy building up your brand. You're busy building up your clientele, your database, your sales consultant pool. This is very often a beehive of multiple activities going on because the focus is on getting clients, getting sales consultants, getting recruitment done, getting training done. A lot of things like one-on-one interactions will take place here. You will show them how to do incentives, and you will constantly uh, encourage everybody in your downline to show and don't tell, because people often just want to tell people how to do it instead of understanding that we all learn differently. For instance, I never learned how to do this business from being told how to do it. I signed myself up. I pickled in the car with another leader and I saw how she did it. I came back and I said, I can do that. So through seeing, I was really able to learn. Usually, the energy of this level is very hopeful, very energetic, and it's got a lot of dreams. And this is the starting point. Um, and in this invisibility stage, it's literally like when that little seed is germinating. So it does take a lot of care. And when you, as a team leader, are in the invisibility stage, you really need to work all angles. When we move, we have now got growth, we have got more customers, our turnover starts to increase month on month. And what you'll see here is I don't really tell you that the emerging stage is when you hit 30,000 Rand turnover a month. You are going to place these items or these descriptions, and you're going to recognize where it is that you are. Because for a person that has gone to chaos and comes back to emerging, you might start emerging at 60,000 Rand turnover per month. But for the team leader that just started out, emerging might literally happen at 30,000 Rand a month. So try and find yourself in the description and not really in a turnover related little package. Still, you sell and serve. I mean, that is one of the key ingredients in our business. We sell the product, we serve the people. And never forget the fact that your sales consultants, they are your clients. A lot of focus still on sales consultant, on clients, on recruitment, on training. And it's very important that the focus here is completely kept. Also, again, a lot of one-on-one interactions are going to take place. Incentives will be placed into the teams to help them to grow. This is very important. If there is a lack of incentive in your team right now, if your question would be, how do I get out of the stage that I'm in? Then incentives would be the thing that you put in. And very often, while they are in the invisibility stage, you might have never actually really seen the logic of doing a incentive, but now you start to actually have the money to do that. So really, emerging is the stage where an incentive is not even an option anymore. Um, in this period now, I want you to ask yourself, are you attending honey huddles? What is your style station development looking like? I mean, how are you actually integrating growth into your team? What would your attitude be here? The attitudes we'll be looking at here would definitely be that the belief is growing. I can really see this business is working. It gives me more hope. I'm getting really excited because I can really, for once, see that I can actually accomplish my dreams inside this business. This emerging stage can be short or long. It's not really connected to a month period. But now, through constant growth, I promise you will hit chaos. It's basically impossible to not hit chaos. So if you're finding yourself right now in the chaos period of your own business, I just want to encourage you and say it's fine. Okay, you should be hitting chaos. You can't skip chaos. So what happens in chaos? We are now going to look at systems and we need to stabilize the business. Now, first of all, you are still going to sell and serve. Selling and serving never, ever, 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 ever stops. Your focus is going to be on continuously on recruitment, but training is also now something that you would really, really, really have to focus on. Where training maybe in your emerging stage happened accidentally, every now and then you will train. You're actually now going to sit down and make a training schedule and decide. And what I, for instance, do, I've got two training days in my office. For me, the one is Monday and the other one is on a Friday. And then I will do two different trainings. On a Monday, it would be a product training related item. I would explain to them maybe something around the product. And then on a Friday, I would do a business. So, how can you get an extra client? How to maybe handle a difficult client? Those kind of things that is more business related. So I still show and don't tell. I still make sure my incentives are up to par. And what is very important, it's easy if you've hit the chaos that you stop recruiting, you stop training, you stop doing incentives because all of a sudden your business is happening at such a rapid pace that it is like when you would be cycling on a bicycle downhill. And the only thing you try to do is to stay on the horse. Now, this is very important, is to not really try and fix everything in 1 month in your business. By month, fix down one of these items. Maybe, and I would always go and make sure that I keep my recruitment. Dear honey, you can never stop recruiting. If you are in a growth spurge, you go to your upline team leader, you get your honey best friend buddy, and you say, listen, I need help. Don't stop recruiting. I've seen so many people when they hit the chaos stage, they stop and they say, listen, my team is not big enough. Why do you want to limit yourself? So we're still going to make sure that my recruitment is happening. I'm going to fix all these things one by one. And maybe at this stage, you want to go and do a one-on-one with your upline leader. And remember right now that if you don't have an upline leader, go to the mentor up in the family tree, go to your legacy leader, go to your regional director, whatever it is, just go and find help. Make sure you attend the honey huddles. If you are in chaos, you don't want to miss a huddle at all. And then at this stage, you would be really looking at your style station, your elite entrepreneur development, and you want to make sure that you start to grow your business in the second level of your business, because one of the ways that you can bring some stability is by promoting one or two of your honeys inside the business opportunity so that it alleviates the pressure of day-to-day runnings of your business instead of stopping, like I said, don't stop recruiting. Just reshuffle the business. So you're going to look at the systems. You're going to have to look at the at level 2 in our business and make sure that you develop that while you're still recruiting. You are still going to make sure that your clients are serviced, your sales consultants are happy, that your style stations are functioning. It's very important to make sure that these ladies in your style station or your elite entrepreneur group are motivated, trained, incentivized. So maybe one of the things is as you start to grow in this area, you always go back. You never lose a lesson that you learned in a previous stage. Always remember that. You would start maybe having at this stage fixed business operating procedures. You would look at this and you say, I have to have a structured day into running my office. On a Monday, I'm going to do this. On a Tuesday, I'm going to do that. It's very important that the bigger your team grows, and it's not only just for giving good service to your team. We very often are so service focused that we sacrifice our personal life. So make sure when I talk about a business operating procedure, you sat down and you said, these are my office hours. These are the days my girls come and collect stock. These are the days that I do X, Y, and Z. And these are my rest days and these are my family time. So that's very, very important. Remember that business operating procedures are there to help you get a balanced life. So again, the fixed training schedules, really planning going in here. You want to have your mentor one-on-one, and you really have to do right now is self-development. Now, you might have done that already in your emerging stage. A lot of people, some people will sometimes naturally gravitate towards personal development. But if you hit the chaos stage in your business, you have to do this. This is then the one place where you go and you say, now I need to develop myself. And I really want to encourage you to sign up for something that you've paid for. A free seminar has got no value. Somebody who gives you a book for free has got no value. Going to a free event, yes, they've got some value, but my question is just how much do we value a free handout? So I really always encourage people that when they go into self development, you make sure you spend some money so that your mind can know I need to read this book. It was expensive. It really cost me money to purchase this ticket to this event or maybe to sign on an online seminar. So, what would be the energy that you would feel right now? This is quite mixed. Very energetic, very stressful. High hopes, equal amount of anxiety. Big dreams, but super tired. That's how you know that you're in chaos. Now, this is very important because if you can now push through chaos, you want to push through to the next level. However, if you do not handle your chaos, what will happen? Recruitment slows down, training goes down. When training goes down, performance goes down. So all of a sudden, your incentives, you might put up a stunning incentive, but nobody achieves it. And then your business, which I have marked down here, could be about 80,000 Rand turnover per month, starts to go down, 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 down. Then that pushes you back into emerging. Okay. So how do you get out of emerging? You start to work with higher frequency again. But the problem is it just pushes you back into chaos again. So you have to understand that in your chaos state, you have to stabilize your systems, get them all in place, and that you do by engaging with your upline mentor. So if you have now pushed through your chaos, you will find yourself in normal operations. This means that you've got control over this crazy horse and it's not throwing you off. You're still taking care of, you still sell and serve. Right now, you're going to manage your systems. This is about quality control, okay? If you try and think about this very much in a factory setting, you would not be running, how can I explain this? You would not be running in the plant, making the product and checking the quality and everything. You would start to trust your systems that you've put in place and you will just do quality control. Okay. Remember, you still manage the systems. Now, one of the things that people sometimes do here is they get an office assistant. But the biggest mistake you can do right now is to make your office assistant the business leader. A lot of people make this mistake right now. They put an office assistant in their team. First of all, she is not as committed as you are. Her energy, because it's your energy that brought your business to this point. So even though the office assistant might be helping with placing of orders and sending parcels, you will be in the office every day that office assistant is there. You will check messages. You will do feedback from your sales consultants because remember, your sales consultants are your clients. And you will be making sure that the whole operation is running smoothly. I've got a stunning office assistant in my business. But I make sure that she knows what is on the Monday list to do. I make sure that she knows on Tuesdays what we do. I check up on a Thursday, is X, Y, and Z done? I'm not micromanaging her, but I am making sure that I'm the quality control in my business. So we still sell and serve, and we still do all these things that we've done earlier on. We obviously also still going to train, do our interactions, do our personal development. Nothing of this really changes. But what happens now is chaos settled down. I am calm, I'm motivated, I'm determined, I'm focused, I'm goal orientated. Now, how do you know you're in normal operations? You are out of chaos, but your business is still growing. When you've kicked over into this section of normal operations, and you continue with the process, you would be able to run a business that doesn't really matter what's the turnover. Okay. And maybe again, can I just at this stage say, maybe some of you will only hit chaos at 200,000 Rand because sometimes chaos comes so quick that you never saw it coming. And it also depends on your capacity. For some people, 50,000 Rand could be their chaos. For other people, 150,000 Rand can be their chaos. So don't really let the turnover tell you in which state you are rather than the mood and the description. So now that normal operations are completely in place, you are in control of your business, all your parameters are put in place, you are going over into abundance. Now, abundance is when you would see you've got a strong team. Personally, you've got a very strong code of honor. You are looking at the mentor categories in Honey at the stage. You might by now be getting your mother team leader incentive. You might be looking at travel incentives and cash incentives. Or there is now more coming your side. And you will see throughout all of this, there's nothing much that changes. I am still making sure I train my girls. I'm still making sure I do one-on-one interactions. I'm still putting out incentives. The same things still happen. But now I'm really confident and secure. My dreams might be growing. My vision might be expanding. I will definitely, when you are in abundance, I promise you, you really do work harder because you know the responsibility that you carry. Now I know when you're in the abundance period of your business, you are keenly aware of the responsibility of the people in your downline. Now, if I don't handle responsibility, if I don't activate my abundance and I can fall back. That's what I want to try and say. You can fall back from abundance. Let's say, for instance, you have really lost focus on your business. You fall back onto normal operations because the same systems that you had put in place previously is still there. You might just need to dust them off. You just don't want to fall back another one and fall back into chaos. And therefore, I believe if you have got another team leader or you meet up with your top line leadership regularly, they will tell you, listen, why are your business declining? I mean, I often see how business decline month after month with small little increments, and it's as if nobody notices it. And then you kick back into normal operations. I believe that if you've kicked back into normal operation, you will be very easier. It will might be much easier for you to push through normal operations or go back to abundance. This is not a difficult jump. Your most difficult jump happens between chaos going over to your normal operations. Okay, so push through on abundance, keep doing all the things, very focused. And at this stage, I nearly want to say it is as if the train is just steadily going forward. You know, nothing, it's not about when you're in abundance. I think even already in normal operations, it's not about the speed that you go at, but at the fact that you keep going. And then you kick into the power section of the business, into the power the power step. But you know what? You still sell and serve. The part of power is people now come to you with great, what's the correct word? Uh, Carefully, I want to say, yeah, carefully. I nearly want to say this is where you don't have to go out and seek people to come into your business, they come to you. However, you never stop seeking them. But at this stage, you should be in the power stage of the business. You should be accessing the business opportunity and the levels of earning on all levels. And again, you will see that nothing changes. It's the same habits. Why would you stop with habits now if those are the habits that brought you to where you are? Um, you will have a very clear vision at this stage. You will know exactly what you can get from this business because right now you don't even need faith in, or you don't need hope. You don't need hope in this business, hoping that it will succeed for you. You've got faith. Now you can enlarge your vision. Personal development is very important because you would at this stage, in the power stage, you deal with a lot of emotions from people. And when I say emotions, I want to say, first of all, mostly we work with women, and we all know that women is one bundle emotions. And you need the emotional intelligence to help to navigate those difficult conversations, those motivational sessions, those mentoring moments. I also want to say, I want to say already from maybe I will not give you a place, but in this power flow, at one stage, you should sign yourself up for very specific business coaching or a mindset coach. Now, remember, I talk about your upline leader. So when I say get yourself signed up for coaching, I'm not talking about your honey mentor because that comes already. It's there. It's part of your structure. So let me say this. If you ever want to hit the power phase, you will only be able to hit the power phase if you really have great support. Now, you might look at this session here, or you might look at this information here and you say, you know what? I'm actually already in the power stage. You cannot hit the power stage if you have been in your business. And even if I teach this model to normal people that have got other businesses, in less than 7 years in this business, and maybe even like between 7 to 10 years, because the depth of your understanding, the depth of your emotional intelligence, that is what will hold you in the power stage. So you might be hitting power stage because business is running to you in all directions, but will it keep you there? So your character, when heat and pressure comes, people buckle. They just can't take the tempo, they can't take the pressure, they can't take the bundle of emotions that comes to them. And that's why it's very important for you to understand that your personal development, if you have got a big vision in this business, and oh my word, if you are sitting in this session today, I want to say to you, did you know that inside of you is the ability to what you have today for it to double? It is a principle that I hope that I can teach to you soon. I just want to plant the seed. My question is just how long will you leave personal development aside? Or when you step into your power model, because your power stage, it is like between your character and your skill set. The power stage becomes like a strong man that enters the dance and it just leads you. But my emotional intelligence, my personal development, my attitude, my strength on my inner being, that will hold me in the power mode. I hope this makes sense. I am passionate about personal development because every time I see people open themselves up to the thought that they could be better. Personal development always says that you can be better. And do you understand that it's like climbing a mountain? That is personal development. But the higher you go, that's where the power lies, in how high you can climb the mountain that you are on. And I get so excited when I see people daring to step one more step, one more step, and I see how they grow and I see who they become. Because all of a sudden, I tell you, when you stand on the power step and you look back, you cannot even think that you've come this far. Okay, let me sum this up. You start in the invisibility stage, but the danger zone for you right now is to determine, are you emerging or are you in chaos? And remember, none of these steps are really a right or a wrong place. But the last thing you want to do is being caught back in this step 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Now I'm falling back, now I'm growing again. Because you know what happens? You start thinking the business model doesn't work. But honey, as a business model work, and people often, I think they get angry with me because you know me, I can sometimes be quite straightforward. And then I would say to you, but why does it work for other people and not for you? Because the business opportunity works. It's proven itself. If it doesn't work, it's because you are doing something wrong. And then I promise you, you're stuck in between step 2 and 3. And then we just need to determine, are you in chaos or are you back to emerging? Can you push through? And what it is that we need to do. I hope that between this session and the next session, you will really take time to really understand and find out where you are. You really know your business, you know your vision, and you know Honey as a business quite well. And therefore, I know you will be very successfully able to identify your own journey into where you are in this business, in this process right now. Please do feel free to reach out to me with your comments, with your questions, something you need clarity on. Um, your remarks are valuable, your questions are valuable, and most of all, it's your dreams, it's your goals, it is your power that I am passionate about.